Next one. Yep.
Wait, James. Wait. Stop. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. Porta potty? That way.
These two teams have played each other already this year. As a matter of fact, St. Louis FC started off their year losing to this team by the score of 2-0. But what has happened with Louisville as of late, as they conclude this year with 3 road games, this is the third of the 3, they conclude tonight as well. They've lost their last 2 games, up at the Red Bulls 3-2, and then at Charleston 2-0. However, this is very important for them. They get a first-round bye, and with a win tonight, they would guarantee itself the right to host the USL final, should it get to that stage. So they've changed a few people in their first 11. We'll get to that in a second. But it will be really intriguing to see what type of counterattack Louisville will try to do tonight. They always look to break and break quickly after winning the ball.
It's been so much fun.
Exactly right, Bob. And this first 11 for St. Louis FC, a little bit different tonight, but in one capacity, dramatically different. The goalkeeper, number 30, Alex Riggs, gets his first game of the year, his first minutes of the year, literally yesterday. Alec Can, who has been playing the last 7 or 8 games, gets called up by the Chicago Fire. Peter Kelly will be wide at midfield. Again, the 4-2-3-1 formation. Number 17 is Jacob Bouchou, USL Team of the Week for his performance last week here at the soccer park. The lone forward again tonight is Mike Ambersley, Kingsley Bryce, Jameel Hardware, Jacob Bouchou, Brian Gall, Parker Marr, the usual suspects in that first 11. However, number 21, Chad Vandergriff, gets to call it right back because Richard Dixon is hurt, Oscar Gasecki's hurt. So not only does St. Louis FC get injuries to key players, but they get them to players who play the same position.
Thanks to the fans and everyone who's been supporting us since day one. Thank you to continue to support us in 2016 and long future. Thanks again.
Yeah, and we'll have to look after these guys. And all you have to do when you look at Louisville's first 11 is to immediately go to number 9, Matt Fondy, who comes into this game with 22 goals, 6 assists. They've played in 27 games. He has 22 goals. He leads the league in that department. Also look for number 2, Brian Burke, who gets out of the backfield on a regular basis. He will continue to attack. Now, that's a way to get in behind Louisville with long diagonal balls because Burke leaves a lot of space behind himself when he gets forward into the attack.
The fans this year, you guys are great. Our home crowd support was awesome this year, and can't wait to see you next year.
Lastly but not least, I'd also like to thank our sponsors who have done just an absolute great job supporting the team.
Yes.
So thank you very much for all you've done. This has been a great year, and I'm looking
All
forward to
positively,
the
because they are very accustomed with playing with the league. As I mentioned, they come in second place this year to the Rochester Rhinos. You know, we continue to talk about that Rochester Rhinos team, Bob. They're going to finish the year, well, let's just say they're clearly the best team in the league. They have only lost 1 game. They're 15-1-10. There's only been 13 goals scored against the Rochester Rhinos. But Louisville City, they get a bye, an all-important bye, due to this long season. They get an important bye in the first round of the playoffs. They have had a fabulous year, the Rochester Rhinos. They really are, and to only have 1 defeat at this stage of the season, they put out a real solid first 11. Dale Shilley marvels at what they do. They do it continually. They pick the right players. The emphasis is on that, the player selection. They've been exemplary all season long. But another thing we should talk about, Bob, is the attendance figures. The attendance figures for USL. St. Louis FC right now 4th overall in the league, 4,825 people. Sacramento's first, 11,313. Louisville second, 6,700. Rochester's third, 5,600. But the thing that's really marvelous about some of these other teams around the league, Sacramento They're going to have tonight their 27th consecutive sellout. Arizona is at Sacramento. So this sport, this league has indeed arrived. Five sellouts, Bob. Perhaps tonight to be the same. We haven't heard yet. But one of the real keys as we look at the record between these two clubs, 0, 1, and 2. 2 ties, the most recent. That first loss I mentioned, that 2-0 game way back on March 20th. Can you believe it's been March 28th? And this team started February 16th. That's when they literally started playing. So almost 7 months for all intents and purposes to the date for St. Louis FC here in the first year.
Really, when you think about winter coming along and into the tickets, the design by the club to make it a happening, make it an event each and every night, so that whether you come with your family, they have a great place to sit and watch with great seats, whether you come and want to get nuts with the St. Louligans, whether you want to go to the Budweiser Beer Garden, hang out there, which would be my place, of course. Whatever you want to do, there's a way to enjoy professional soccer here, and the game experience for the fan is unparalleled. It's really good.
Really, I totally concur with everything you're saying about A-pluses all the way around for a first-year club coming into this particular league. A couple things surprised people. Number one, in particular, the head coach really surprised him, the level of play in this league. It has surprised everyone. One of the things that Dale Schilly said, I'm going to continue to work on, is player selection to make it comfortable for everybody to play and get better. Am I going to have to change my system in the middle of the year, which is indeed what he had to do from the diamond formation at midfield to the 4-2-3-1. Not only did he have to change his style, but am I going to be able, he has told me, am I going to be able to teach that style consistently? That is Dale Schilly, the aforementioned head coach for St. Louis FC. And one of the things I want to really point out, Bob, is that I get a chance to go to some of the training sessions on a weekly basis during the week. And there is no team that I've seen, St. Louis-wise, professional soccer-wise, that trains harder than these guys. Every session is tremendously competitive.
And you've seen them all.
I have seen them all, dating back to 1967, 68, 69 with the original St. Louis Stars, going through all the indoor teams. I've never seen more competitive training sessions.
And, excuse me, and that's what they feel like they have to do to excel, and also keep in mind for players to want to advance on their own. So to challenge them as a team, but also as individuals to push to want to continue to move forward in their career.
Alec Can, case in point. He'll be the second string goalkeeper, the backup goalkeeper tonight in Chicago and Bridgeview as they play against the visiting Orlando City squad. Maybe he'll get a chance to see what Kaká looks like. Patrick Duty's also up in Chicago. He got called up during the week. Patrick Duty got a first-hand glimpse of one of the newer players in the league, Didier Drogba, the Ivorian Coast. Absolute stellar star who got him into the World Cup for all intents and purposes. But he got a good chance to see Didier Drogba as he got free against the Chicago Fire. So Patrick didn't feature in that game, but Alec Can will be behind John Bush tonight when in about 5 minutes, Orlando City FC takes on the home side, Chicago Fire in Bridgeview, Illinois.
Let's get back to this game here in St. Louis as St. Louis plays host to Louisville City, and we've talked about the offensive power of Louisville, in particular Matt Fondy. So what about the St. Louis offense, which has been a struggle all year, finding ways to score? Opportunities come, finishes don't always come. What about tonight?
Finishing off all the chances you've been getting, obviously. That's number one, and everybody knows that. But there are various keys to winning, I think, against a team like the visiting Louisville City FC. Beat their press if you can. Get behind them early. Get behind their wide backs. I talked about that. Number two, Brian Burke really likes to get forward. He will get forward continually. Case in point, he has 1 goal so far, but 10 assists. He makes everything happen for Louisville. Beat them at their own game of transition. And get that big diagonal ball, which James Musa out of the backfield, loves to play. From the left back position or sometimes central defending, he'll get it to the right wing corner flag, left wing corner flag, but have to be careful of Matt Fondy in particular. He wants to get behind people. He sits between the center backs. He makes a lot of near post runs, and he is a relentless worker.
Try and go, without getting too technical for the casual fan, you want to try and get behind their guys. How do you do that because you have to be so secure in your defensive position because of their offensive power? How do you do that without, forgetting about those responsibilities?
Pass, quick balls behind. Early. Balls in behind people on the ground. You could beat any team in the world. Oh, now, hold on a second. I don't know if St. Louis FC is going to line up in La Liga next weekend against Real Madrid, but you can beat almost any team in the world with quick, early balls behind the defense on the ground on an angle. And that's how you try to take advantage of a team like this when they love to get forward on that quick transition.
On the ground, on the diagonals, and make the moves. Possessing the ball can be good, but you've got to move forward. You've got to attack them. Attack the attacker.
And you have to gain some benefit from playing at home from your possession.
That's Bill McDermott. I'm Bob Ramsey. We'll be ready for the action tonight. St. Louis and Louisville here in St. Louis. Don't go away. This is St. Louis FC Soccer on the Big 550 KTRS. Worldwide Technology, Soccer Park, Marshall Wireless Stadium. I'm Bob Ramsey, and that's Bill McDermott.
We want to talk about one guy in particular tonight. The guy on the far right is George Gansner. This is going to be his last professional game at home. George has featured in international games, FIFA games, World Cup qualifiers, the United States in the under-20 men's World Cup. His final game will be October 25th, an MLS game, when Sporting KC plays the Los Angeles Galaxy at Sporting Park. And he is one of the guys, one of the assistant referees who really gets the notion of erring on the side of the attacking player. He wants to see the offense, and I think he realizes that the fans want to see the offense. A wonderful career for George Gansner.
That's fantastic. The classic ones are, you hate to see him go. You saw there in the ceremony, the coin toss, gentleman in the dark shirt, member of the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame, among other Hall of Fames, one of the greatest indoor players to ever play, not just here but anywhere, Darryl Duran.
Bob, no man has played more indoor games in the history of American professional indoor soccer. 827 games. To that, I just have one question. How? How is that possible?
Well, he's played with broken toes and torn up knees, and, oh yeah, I tore my knee, I got a shot, I'm ready to go.
St. Louis awarding a plaque to their favorite player, number 3, Sam Fink, who, when you put his name in the first 11, he will leave everything he possibly has out on the soccer field. I asked him prior to the game, hey, how are you going to match up against Matt Fondy? What are you going to do? Put him in the ground. That's where he's going.
And that's what center backs, they have to have. That's the kind of guy you have to have there.
You have to have that attitude.
Look,
Between
Neville Chamberlain there is not going to work.
No, I'm sorry. And Fondy, as I mentioned before when you asked me about his abilities, he's a non-stop worker. He aggravates you. He runs at the near post. Sometimes he'll come back deep to get the ball inside the center circle. There he is standing immediately to the left of the referee. The man in charge tonight is going to be Matt Kreitzer. He is along with George Gansner. George is one of the assistant referees, as is Tom Kutzwater. Bob Wallace is the fourth. But Rasmussen, who wears the 10 shirt, and Fondy, number 9, they are a potent 1-2 combination for the visiting Louisville City FC squad.
You know, you hate to get into politics. Was the Chamberlain reference too soon?
No, I got it. I don't know how many
Not
of our
too
listeners
soon, no.
and viewers did, but I got it.
85-year-old reference. St. Louis comes out in their navy blue kits, red piping on the shorts, big yellow numbers. Louisville City, their white uniforms with purple and gold. They'll be moving right to left in the white. You see Matt Fondy, number 9, with the first touch, and here we go. We're underway. Final game of the season for St. Louis. Great crowd on hand, and they are filling up the park as we begin on a fabulous night in St. Louis.
14 home, 14 away. The last game, last weekend, Bob, 5,661 people. Yet another sellout, and perhaps to top that this evening.
Aidan Quinn sends it up the right side, looking for Fondy. They got tangled up there, and St. Louis moving the ball.
Here you see Fondy right away, almost going to the right wing corner flag. He will chase balls down. He will make everybody play. He likes to sit at home in between those two center backs. Makes a lot of runs, in particular, towards that near post.
James Musa drives it through the midfield. Taken right back by Louisville to Fondy. Immediately they find him. They're going to go back through the middle. Long chip to the left wing for McCabe. McCabe on the outside of the box. He'll roll it back. There's a quick one to go into the middle. A header attempt, very aggressive. Knocked away. St. Louis recovers. Hardware sends it forward. But no one can run under that one.
What you want to see, Bob, on cross balls like that, let's see if we can get a confidence builder, in particular for Alex Riggs, to get his first touch of the ball. Maybe it's just a pass back, just so he gets involved in the game right away. Here he is in the last game of the season, getting his first minutes. Now, that's for not a lack of work during training. He works relentlessly.
Andersley stepped into a passing lane and takes the ball away. Now here comes St. Louis with an opportunity in the offensive third. Looking to set one back up top. Rolling it back. There's our man Fink with Vandergriff. Louisville pushes forward, and St. Louis will possess it this time. Musa.
You see Magnuson back there chasing
Yep.
right away, Bob. Those two center backs, he wants to make them play.
Parker Moore had an idea, but he lost it to Fondy. Over the crossbar. Oh, what a play by Alex Riggs. He came 15 yards off his line, his only chance, and he just made the save.
What did we just talk about? You want to see Riggs get actively involved in the game as quickly as possible. He does so with the number 9, the consummate number 9 shirt in this league, looking for his 23rd goal of the year. Comes out, makes the save. He makes that save, becomes off his goal line so quickly.
I just saw the replay. I don't know how he did it. I'm sure Fondy feels the same way, but man, he is an offensive weapon.
22 goals, 6 assists for Louisville City FC this year. Closely followed by Danny Koenig from OKC. He had 21 this year. He's finished. There's Matt Fondy, the number 9 in this league, and just glances off the left shoulder of number 30, Alex Riggs. So his first piece of action in the game, very successful.
Big one. Adam West. Back through the middle again. Man, they go on the attack. Quick shot on a spin up at the arc. Now inside the penalty area. Another one drives on. They are just going to take shooting practice tonight. Another drive is knocked away. Kingsley Bryce got in the way of that one.
There's the ball we talk about, Bob. Get it in behind the people, the defenders on the ground, on an angle, so the right back, the center back, anybody can run onto it. Almost got it over, but Kingsley Bryce cut it out.
Charlie Adams will do the honors for Louisville City out of the right corner. They line up vertically from the goal line. Curled in, punched out with a double punch by Alex Riggs.
Another wonderful piece of work from Alex Riggs. That ball was going to drop right at the tip of the penalty area mark. He jumps onto it, punches it clear.
Strategically, would you say that a goalie better be aggressive against an aggressive team? Can't get back on your heels.
No, sir. Otherwise, because you're going to be picking balls out of the back of the net consistently. As they try to get in behind you, make them play.
Scott Goodwin, their keeper. Rolls it forward. Aiden Quinn, another long drive. He wanted Fondy. He was well marked by Fink. He was with him step for step. Try to get it forward to Hardware. That's broken up. Did they save it? Oh, nice play. Nope, went out.
Jameel Hardware, who had a magnificent game last weekend at the same venue, obviously Worldwide Technology Soccer Park, running from sideline to sideline, going to find the game, running at people, taking people along, making things happen offensively for the home team.
Parker Marr comes back to make that play. Tries to drive one forward, catch somebody napping, look for Kingsley Bryce. They read it and broke it up. Here they come again, relentless. Back through the middle, Aiden Quinn again. Quinn is there with Guzman. They'll try the right side now. Chipped over the top, looking for Illick. Broken up, St. Louis. Back through the middle, Hardware. Gall sends it back, has Fink. Fink and Vandergriff. Pressure is on. One touch, trying to get those diagonal passes, and there they are, and now you got some running room. Back through the middle, here they come. Peter Kelly on a nice long run. Tried to get one back across, and he does. Slowed things down a little bit, but he got it to Kingsley Bryce. They move back through. Again, it's Hardware. Hardware, little target with Ambersley. Tried to give and go.
Ambersley and Jameel Harbor try the delayed 1-2. But good work by Peter Kelly on his right flank.
That was a nice run.
Yeah, to get forward. Very nicely done. As Peter Kelly gets into his 9th game play, just his 2nd game to be starting for number 24, Peter Kelly.
Adam West tried to target his 10 shirt, Rasmussen up top. Just deflected away, and here they come again. Maybe get a look. Knocked away by Musa. Headed back across midfield.
Well, they will press you, don't they, Bob? And like so many teams in this league, we continue to talk about it. It's big, it's fast, it's athletic. When they lose it, they want to get it back as quickly as possible, as far up the field as possible.
West with Morad. To the right flank.
Yeah, Adam West getting that start at the wide back position tonight in the place of Enrique Montano. They've had some other injuries, not too many, Louisville. Usually they field pretty much the same first 11 game to game.
Morad comes through. Kelly breaks it up again. Called his name a couple of times in a row and early. Now Brian Gall had a big game last week.
He really did, Bob. He played the position of that holding midfielder superbly, as did Jacob Bouchou.
Gall got whacked from behind a little bit. That broke up the play, and they get it to Fondy. Fondy across midfield. Doesn't have numbers, so he'll set it up. Wanted to go to Fondy again, but he had broken the play. St. Louis recovers.
You see Fondy making that run immediately.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted it behind that wide back.
Little trip up in St. Louis. Nice job by Kingsley Bryce to create the opportunity.
You see Bryce getting that start on the flank. Just his 10th game played for St. Louis FC this year. Another lone player from the Chicago Fire. Kingsley wide on the flank. Looks up, tries to knock it in square. He's fouled right before he laid it off by Juan Guzman. One of the things Dale Shilley was telling me about Brian Gall, who concurred with you and I, they had a wonderful game last week. He'd like to see him get up a little bit higher and be a little bit stronger in everything. Ball striking, winning head balls, aerial challenges, sliding tackles.
That was strong, but a whistle. Did you like that attempt by Brian? Drive it right at the keeper?
That was pretty direct. And this happened obviously away from the ball. And the Louisville players talking to George Ganser, the assistant referee, as to what the heck did happen here away from the ball.
Is that Musa they're talking to?
Musa is being talked to by the man in charge, the referee tonight, Matt Kreitzer.
While they try and work it out, let me remind you about Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. For the best selection in price and quality brand name tires and the best in expert auto service. For convenience and value, get into Dobbs.
That's number 6, Tarek Morad. He was doing it defending. Now he likewise talking it over with the referee Matt Kreitzer, as James Musa was doing for St. Louis FC just a moment ago. You could see him motioning there that while he was defending, someone elbowed him in the midsection.
Another drive. Oh, a nice play, but he bobbled it. Oh, the keeper. Good one. Nice initial play, but almost made a tough mistake there.
Yeah, he's number 3 in the league, Bob, with a real stingy 1.15 goals against average. Scott Goodwin.
Quinn drops it back. Moradu took one in the solar plexus. Those set pieces away from the ball, even before there's play, can get pretty physical.
Oh, there's fouls
chipping
everywhere, Bob. Everywhere, offensively and defensively, on every dead ball.
Gall breaks it up. He and Ambersley were there. Trying to get it to Mike Rather. Spinning back away. Trying to get possession and get it forward. Fink will ask Ambersley to do some running here, and he does. Nice job. Couldn't quite get to the ball after a long run, and they break it up and bring it back.
Dangerous ball out of the backfield from Fink. He wanted to see if Mike Ambersley was willing to do the chasing, and he did.
Went Fondy again. They found him. Gets it back to Rasmussen. Back to Fondy in the area. Quick shot for Rasmussen. Another shot. They score. Oh, it trickled through. They look for Rasmussen, but McCabe is the one that put it in on the near post. He was in the right place. He kept running. You knew the ball was for Rasmussen, Bill, but McCabe was there as it trickled through.
Rasmussen let it run, but again, Fondy begins the play by chesting it down to the number 10, Magnus Rasmussen. Here's the end result of the play. The ball's going to come across the penalty area, in between the last 2 defenders, away from James Musa, in behind Chad Vandergriff, and there is number 11, running up from behind, late arriving. Number 11, Niall McCabe, gets his 4th of the year.
Is it possible Rasmussen did that on purpose?
He did indeed do that on purpose, yes. Mm-hmm. But nice work by Niall McCabe, and Rasmussen did the work. He just let it run.
Through the defense.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. At the outset now, I see on the replay that Rasmussen did indeed try to strike that. It simply went under his foot. But good to work nonetheless between Rasmussen and Fondy.
Well, and McCabe, again, give credit. Go into the open space, the most dangerous spot he can be. The ball fell to him, and he did what he does.
And if you could be the later arriving flank player to come up from everybody's behind when they're facing their own goal defending, you're in business. That's one of the main reasons that goal occurred.
1-0 Louisville City. Ambersley in the middle for St. Louis with Gall. Brian will send it back for James Musa. Chips it forward again. Wanted Bryce, couldn't get it there. Louisville City takes over in the midfield.
But another scenario you talked about just a moment ago, Bob, when the visitors come into your home venue and make you now chase the game.
That is something that Coach Schilly and the organization, they know they have to turn that. They have to change that. Kingsley Bryce for St. Louis. Offensive third, left side. Cuts it back to the middle. Up on top for Hardware. Got a step. Goes to the right foot. A shot trickles through. Oh, a kick save. Now settled down. Side of the area. Chips one over the top looking for a man. Booted out of there over the shoulder. St. Louis still in possession. Cleared out top. Curled one back through. A header gets set just wide.
Oh! Jacob Bouchou sends it a leaping side volley from
How did he do
Kingsley.
that?
If that goes in, stop the voting for goal of the year. Jameel Hardware keeps this ball alive inside the penalty area, deflects off of Scott Goodwin, then falls again for Jameel Hardware, cushions it, lays it across the goal mouth, almost hits the goalpost, cleared but not all the way out. Ambersley digs this out, lays it off, knocks it back for Bouchou. Watch this attempt!
Oh,
Kingsley
wow.
Bryce just wide of the opposite post. Jameel Hardware made that possible because he would not let the play die.
Even to have the idea that I want to try this.
Give it a go.
That's amazing.
Kingsley Bryce looking for just his second goal of the year with that acrobatic attempt.
1-0 Louisville as they want to go on the attack. Adam West. Comes in on the sideline. Gets some help. McCabe back through the middle for Fondy. Broken up. Kelly's there. Kelly and Fink. Kelly. That one got deflected. Vandergriff. Back through the middle, but Adam West is there again. Thought about Rasmussen. Changed his mind, and Ambersley read his mind. Hardware. Nutmegs his man. Gets it to Ambersley. Got caught in a one-on-one battle and lost it.
Good defending by Louisville in the open field there against Mike Ambersley.
Wouldn't let Mike get any space.
No, but Mike did his job. He tried to take on your one-on-one with the last defender, take him on. Ambersley in the open field, running at one of those last defenders, Juan Guzman. Good defending from Guzman. Tackles, doesn't foul, keeps the ball in the process. What else do you want your defensive midfielder to do?
Adams really battling hard there. As Vandergriff came, or as, Kingsley Bryce came all the way back. Got pretty physical along the sideline, and St. Louis will take over.
Right in front of all the Louisville fans who have ventured down for this game.
Yeah, good group.
Yeah, very much so. Big games, Bob. Big games tonight in the Eastern Conference to decide exactly what's going on playoff-wise. Pittsburgh is at Harrisburg in the Keystone Derby, and then Charlotte is at Charleston, and Richmond, who stands right now in the playoffs with 41 points, they have 28 games. They're finished. They simply have to wait for the outcomes of these other games.
Louisville takes over. Looking there for McCabe. They'll come all the way back to the open space. Adam West is there. They'll get it back up top. Guzman.
Guzman right in that center circle, always available. Makes himself available, along with number 4, Aiden Quinn.
Quinn can pick his angle, and he goes direct. What else? Oh, nicely done by Musa to break it up. They went in there for Illick, and he looked like he was going to do some business, but Musa was there to break up the play. Likewise, Hardware takes over.
Good work from Hardware to come back deep, find the game, make it possible to get out of the backfield.
Vandergriff and Gall. Peter Kelly. Take over and send it right. Charlie Adams.
Well, James Musa said to Dale Shilley, one of the things he noticed in this league, you get no time in this league. There's pressure all the time. This team typifies that.
Fink clears it out, but recovered again, and here comes the attack of Louisville City. Little chip on, looking to find Adams. Adams got roughed up by Bryce, who had come back to take him on. Nice work by Kingsley Bryce.
Good work by Kingsley Bryce. Those flank midfielders in the 4-2-3-1 formation, they have to be absolute workhorses, running from corner flag to corner flag.
Looking for the throw in, no one's open. Mike Ambersley, after the ball bounces, tried to get there, was beaten to it. Mike's run a lot here in the early going.
Always willing to do the chasing is number 15, Mike Ambersley. And unfortunately, when you're in that 4-2-3-1 formation, you're called upon to do a lot of it.
Adam West gets it back for Morad. Guzman sends it forward. And try the right side again. Adams spins it back to the middle. Quinn with a touch.
Well, they play early. It's on the ground. It's at people's feet. It's through the midfield.
Guzman looks for a man. He wants Fondi. Musa was ready for that one and knocks it away. St. Louis can't get control. Peter Kelly tried to run under it, couldn't. Louisville rolls it back again. Morad brings it out. Long ball, flighted, driven to the left side. McCabe had that broken up. Good work back there by Vandergrift to take him on.
As you go, you know that Niall McCabe is always available out on that left flank.
McCabe and Rasmussen, Fondi. Those are names you don't want strung together if you're not wearing the same shirt as them.
And anywhere close to the penalty area.
Battle on the sideline, and St. Louis wins it. Back for James Musa. Musa drives it across midfield. Too much for Hardware, and they'll bring it back. Direct on the ground, looking for Rasmussen. That's broken up. Here they come. Brian Gall with a nice play. Through the middle. Triple team, so they'll drop it back to Fink. Fink eyes the field, finds Ambersley. Nice direct pass, like you like him on the ground. For Hardware and a double team and a triple team. Can't get it to a forward. St. Louis keeps the possession, however. Ambersley works it, gets it back. Gall, left foot, bomb! Deflected and out of play.
One of the things that Dale Shilley told me during the week, he wants to see Brian Gall get much more active in the offense with a stronger type of a player's attitude with plays just like this, to shoot from distance, because he has the wherewithal with a very powerful left foot. Mike Ambersley, again, keeping the play alive. One touch by Gall, deflected off a defender. Over the top of the goal corner for St. Louis FC.
Out of the corner. Tried it away from the goal line. Header attempt down, but wide. Sam Fink got up there. Couldn't quite get it on goal.
Sam Fink looking for his 4th goal of the year. Always willing to get forward into the other team's penalty area on a flighted ball.
And pre-register your group. Email tickets at St. Louis FC.
Player of the year as designated by the St. Louligans, who are once again in top form.
They've been brilliant all season, at home and on the road.
Every home game.
Uh-oh, Fondi got loose. One man to beat, but that man was there, Alex Riggs.
Bob, and I think the most impressive performance of all their performances by St. Louis FC St. Louligans was clearly at Sporting KC Park. When they came in, they made everybody aware that St. Louis had fans there.
Fondi steals it away. Double team, though. Fink gets it back. Musa, a little clothesline there, takes him down. Maybe some acting by Fondi. Or maybe it was a clothesline. But we'll go the other way. Not going to homer it up too much. Oh, good run by Hardware. Or rather, Kingsley Bryce, and he wants a whistle, and he gets it. He gets the whistle.
Good work by Kingsley Bryce yet again. And this is one of the things that Dale Shilley said about Kingsley's play. We don't want Kingsley coming back to get the ball. We want him to run into free spaces, use his athletic ability to run on to through balls and long balls from the backfield. Our deep lying midfielder, Kingsley,
Look at that.
almost keeps this ball alive. He's fouled in the process. So a free kick for St. Louis FC just outside the area.
He wasn't thinking he was going to backheel that over his head, do a somersault, and run onto it, was he?
No, he was. Let me answer that for Kingsley. No, he wasn't thinking that.
I think he was.
Now, this is Brian Gall's
Look at
shooting
this.
territory all night long. Shoot, shoot, shoot this ball from just outside the penalty area arc.
About 30 yards out. Moves it back. Gall and Hardware survey the scene. There's a shot, curled on, punched out of there. Oh, great save by Scott Goodwin.
Good work by Scott Goodwin, the goalkeeper, nicely struck by number
He's
8,
yelling
Brian
at one of
Gall.
the officials for something, screaming.
He's saying that James Musa is obstructing his view of the play, thereby getting involved in the play.
Thrown in, headed out. Hardware drives another one in, headed up in the air, couldn't control it. Big kick to get it out of there by McCabe.
I say just flat it into the penalty area. Maybe Kingsley Bryce can score in a half volley or a full volley.
Now here comes the counterattack from Louisville City. They come up the right side with Charlie Adams. Sends it to the wing. Drives it towards the goal, but well-sided. Alex Riggs makes the play easily.
Cut out nicely by Riggs, coming off his goal line very confidently.
St. Louis will bring it back, trailing 1-0.
Early goal scored by Niall McCabe on a wonderful piece of attacking by Louisville City.
Hardware with Vandergriff. Vandergriff doesn't like it, so he's going to send it back to Fink. Sam. Back through the middle. He had Bouchou, now Gall for Musa. James wants to drive one, looking for Vandergriff, but it went off the side of the foot and out of play. St. Louis-based Worldwide Technology is a proud supporter of St. Louis FC and soccer in our town, recognized by Fortune magazine, one of the best 100 places to work 4 years in a row. Worldwide Technology says that with the right culture and teamwork, great things happen.
And we're at the Worldwide Technology Soccer Park, Denny Long Field at Marshall Wireless Stadium.
Louisville City brings it forward near midfield. Back through the middle for Guzman. Going forward, that's redundant when talking about Louisville City. A foul as Bouchou went down hard and slow to get up.
That was a real hard tackle. You're going to see Jacob Bouchou is going to try to get on the end of this ball. It's eventually cleared by Musa, who lays it nicely at the feet of Bouchou. Bouchou, who's a hard ball winner himself, gets up, turns, fouled by number 8, Juan Guzman.
St. Louis looks to drive it forward. It's headed away by McCabe, and Vandergriff throws it in. Back to him quickly, chipped ahead, wanted Hardware, couldn't get it to him, he was well covered. This one's getting physical, Bill. Just looking to win balls. A lot of shoulders and hips and elbows. All the way back, Fink runs it down with Musa.
Well, especially because on the prior play, Guzman comes in with the sole of the shoe exposed against Bouchou.
Marr sends it back. Alex Riggs drives it forward. Hardware, chests, turns, crosses midfield. Hardware had a long man running, and it's running in deep, looking for Kingsley Bryce, side of the area, and it was tipped away. What a neat ball by Hardware.
That is a fabulous pass from Jameel Hardware. Kingsley Bryce should have done more with that ball, and he knows it.
What a pass.
Magnificent ball, 30, 40 yards on the ground, behind everyone, from the center circle, from Jameel Hardware, in behind the center back and the wide back looking for Kingsley Bryce.
Not just driven to a man, not just driven to the right man, but with an idea how to set up the play.
I'll get the ball, you do the running.
They drive one in, headed away. Aiden Quinn is there outside the penalty area. How about that? A quick off the top of the foot shot. driven in, but the defense was up to the task. Louisville likes to take shooting practice. They get after it. Fink hemmed in.
Again, Bob, they want to get the ball back as quickly as possible, as close to the penalty area as possible.
Hardware wins the ball, or is it going to go the other way? Yeah, I thought so. No, that's right. Adam West doesn't wait for the argument. Once Fondy in the corner, I guess he saved it. Then he was tripped up by Vandergrift. Are they going to play on? I think they are.
Playing on.
There's one headed down. Here comes Jameel Hardware. Up the right sideline. Waits for help. Ambersley says, I'm your man. Hardware curls back. Splits the defense. Cleared out top. Ryan Gall is there. Gives it back for Kelly. Peter Kelly looks in. Doesn't like the look. Sends it back to Vandergrift. Vandergrift crosses all the way over to midfield for Musa. Musa with Gall now. Gall will try the left side. On the ground, he wanted Kingsley Bryce, but they couldn't make connections and give that one away.
See, that's one of the things that Dale Schilly has been talking about, Bob, as they progress through the year. Out of the backfield, through the center circle, to the tip of the penalty area, St. Louis FC is okay. When they need the offense in dangerous positions, it isn't there.
Always dangerous, they bring it back. McCabe and Guzman. Switches fields to the right side. They look to run on. Back up top. Fondy dangerous. Always at that penalty arc. St. Louis pokes it away. Gall controls. Gall with Marr. Marr's had some really, really good moments. He's had a nice year.
One of the players, when I asked Dale Schilly about anybody who's really impressed him and improved, one of the first players he mentioned was Parker Marr. He said, I've always liked the way he's played, but since that early part of the year in February 16th to be exact, he has really, really improved. Getting forward on the flanks, doing his job at a wide position.
And it seems that Dale is willing to put him almost anywhere where he needs him. He'll run anywhere. He'll do whatever job you ask him to do.
And put him at left back tonight in the absence of number 22, Patrick Duty, who's out with the Chicago Fire. Sometimes he plays wide in that three midfielder formation as well.
Got to mark his man here. It got sent back through the middle and out. And
any kind of a cross bob into the penalty area is dangerous when you have Fondy, first of all, up tight, deep into the penalty area, and Rasmussen right behind him looking for a second ball.
Charlie Adams will do the honors on the corner kick out of the right corner. Line up, perpendicular, curled to the middle, punched in the air but not out. Settled, side of the area, left-footed shot blocked by Musa and out of play. Aiden Quinn ran that one down and made it dangerous.
He does make everything dangerous coming in off that left flank. Alex Riggs coming off his goal line, tried to punch that clear, but not all the way out. So it kept the ball stayed inside the penalty area. They win another corner from the opposite direction.
It'll be Adams out of the left corner. Fondy trying to get open on the backside. They're trying to find him. Chipped up in the air. Knocked away. Jameel Hardware. They send it right back in. Adams will try again. Curls one away. Headed up in the air to the far side. St. Louis will run it down. Chad Vandergrift goes after it. Gets it forward. Peter Kelly will bring it out. Tripped up. Will go the other way. G&W Meat and Bavarian Style Sausage Company, proud to be the official brat. St. Louis FC, celebrating 50 years as a family-owned St. Louis tradition. You can't beat G&W Meat.
Peter Kelly on the dribble, coming out of the backfield. Senseless foul for number 4, Aiden Quinn.
Alex Riggs will set it up. We're getting to the 32nd minute. 1-0 Louisville City. Headed back to midfield. Musa would chip it over a row of defenders, but couldn't get it to his man. Guzman controls for a moment. Gives it up. Kingsley Bryce on a run. Bryce in the corner, holds it up. A little stutter, start and stop. Curl Hurled back through the middle on a cross. Very dangerous, but headed away. That was a nifty little move.
Dangerous work on the flank from Kingsley Bryce, this time coming over to the right side of the field. Stopped the ball, waited a moment, pushed it to his right, got it over.
Try to drive it into Fondy. Sam Fink said not today. Adam West.
Boy, so much goes through their holding midfielders, Aiden Quinn and Juan Guzman. They're always available for the ball. Right in front of those defenders.
Fondy and Guzman looking for Rasmussen. He went down. St. Louis brings it back. Hardware. We're going to try the right side, create some space. Chad Vandergriff. Ambersley drops it off, has Gall. Gall in the midfield, crosses the stripe, chips it towards the corner. It's Ambersley running it down. Ambersley on the right side, in the corner. One man on him. Oh, he tried that left-footed shot to cross it through and just got broken up. Good idea, he had people in the area.
Good ball from Gall, in behind everybody, this time over the top, so that Ambersley could get onto it. Look how deep Fondy comes to find a game occasionally, Bob.
All the way back to the Louisville City side of the field to try and make a play and set it up. But then he always heads back to the opposing goal.
Right in between the two center backs.
On the right flank, driving it forward. They want Fondy, but Musa breaks it up. Keeping an eye on him with every step he takes. They roll it back, and Riggs blasts it out of there to midfield.
This time Fondy was going to angle his run towards the corner flag, Bob, just to give you an idea how he varies things up top. This is the ideal number 9 in this league.
St. Louis missed a pass, and then Adams gets it ahead to Fondy. Offensive third, right corner, Fondy. Marked by Parker Marr, off him and out of play, and they'll get a corner kick out of the right side.
From Fondy, this time he does the chasing at the opposite wing corner flag, 5-4. Shots in this particular goal, 2 apiece on goal between the visitors. Louisville FC.
Charlie Adams again out of the right corner. Adams drives it in. Sinking top spin ball, but it's cleared out. Goes all the way back to midfield. That's where Adam West takes over.
Haven't really said Brian Burke's name too much so far tonight, Bob. The right back who always joins and gets forward.
Katie had it taken away. Hardware there. Vandergriff gets it ahead to Kingsley Bryce, who's run down from behind. A foul. We'll move on. St. Louis try and get something going.
And they break up your rhythm a lot with fouls like that.
Now Musa with Parker Marr.
If you have any type of rhythm trying to get it out of your own backfield, it's broken up by fouls.
Peter Kelly on a nice run through the midfield to the offensive third. Cuts it back to the middle. Oh, a nice pass up top. Quick shot, but right on. Oh, and a nice save there by Goodwin. Good play by St. Louis.
Good work by Peter Kelly, who switched flanks with Kingsley Bryce. Plays it off to the feet of Mike Ambersley. Receives, turns, shoots. Alert goalkeeping by Scott Goodwin.
1-0 our score here in the 36th minute.
Good work in a tight space from Kelly to Ambersley on the turn.
There's a foul away from the ball. Ambersley went down. Protest from Louisville City, but St. Louis is going to get the ball.
Foul was set up by the referee, Matt Kreitzer, against number 15, Mike Ambersley.
So we'll see what Brian Dahl wants to do with it here.
Well, first of all, you know that number 3, Sam Fink, and number 14, James Musa, are going to join, get forward on this free kick.
Chipped on, trying to run on, header attempt, but Musa got absolutely drilled by Goodwin as he was going for the ball. Musa's still down, we're playing on. Gall recovers to the sideline. Bouchou curls it around the defender, takes the forearm, keeps going. Oh, he had Gall on the right side who thought he was held. St. Louis still has it, we play on. Still in the offensive third of the field, now back toward center line. Fink gets it with Parker Marr. on the left side now. They want to bring it back to the middle. Peter Kelly tried to thread a needle. It was broken up.
Yeah, good defending by Tarek Morad in the center back position. The ball's on the ground into the penalty area or close to his feet. Looking for the striker, just do the clearance.
Bushu tried to get it back to Ambersley, but it was broken up. Now it rolls all the way back to Chad Vandergriff and not a Fink. Sam sends it ahead for Ambersley, heads it forward. Kingsley Bryce sort of hiding in the weeds over on the sideline, tried to run in on that.
Yeah, direct ball to the backfield from Fink. Ambersley tried just to flick it on for Kingsley Bryce. Always anxious and willing to do the running.
St. Louis pushed one into the penalty area, but Goodwin was there, and they bring it out, no harm.
And they start again through number 4, Aiden Quinn.
Kind of run back down the other side of the field as Charlie Adams got on the attack, and he fouls trying to post up Parker Marr at the top of the penalty area. He can't believe it, and St. Louis gets the ball back.
He thought he was fouled initially on this particular play by Parker Marr. Then he handles it when he goes down right there, and that's what the whistle was for. And number 94, Charlie Adams, simply couldn't conjure that up.
Alex Riggs, St. Louis keeper, 39th minute. 1-0 Louisville City.
Riggs, we should mention again, getting his first start of the year, first minutes. Alec Can just yesterday, right after training, Bob, gets a call from the Chicago Fire that we need another goalkeeper for tonight.
Very exciting for him.
Yeah, to be behind John Bush. John Johnson, their normal goalkeeper for the Chicago Fire. Shoulder injury of some sort.
Morad for Louisville City. Takes his time as they work it forward. Back to Morad. He's been connecting with Adam West on the left flank. Instead, this time he goes to the middle. Guzman sends it on looking for Fondy. Vandergriff raced back into the penalty area and was able to secure it. Sends it forward. Ambersley on the sideline. Nifty play to get it ahead to Bushu. Immediately caught in the double team and taken away by Rasmussen. Great play by Rasmussen. Lightning quick. McCabe into the penalty area. Moves in. Sets up the left foot. A shot. Oh, just over the crossbar. Tough angle, but he almost made it.
He almost made absolutely something out of totally nothing, did number 11, Niall McCabe.
Wow.
On the dribble, beats Chad Vandergriff. Tries to chip it into that opposite side netting. Good effort coming in off the flank from Niall McCabe.
Meta Sports has 6 locations in the metro area. They have indoor and outdoor and adult soccer leagues, men's, co-ed, women's division. Register a team or sign up for a house team. Metasports.com. Get your friends together and play soccer. Through the midfield. Drive it in for Ambersley. Took checked up on the hop and he couldn't control it. Tried to get it right for Kingsley Bryce, but it was knocked away. St. Louis on a quick throw in. Vandergriff tosses it in, gets it back. Tried to chip it looking for Kingsley. Settles. Knocked away. Boy, they are so active, Bill McDermott.
Well, they get after everything. Defensively, they try to get back as quickly as possible. Then they play and get out of the back quickly on the transition.
Their work rate is marvelous. I mean, it's marvelous. Fondy's taken down. They play on. To the left side. McCabe tried one. That's deflected off of Vandergriff.
And number 4 and number 8, Quinn and Guzman combined yet again. They move as a unit up the field. They stay right in front of the defenders.
Guzman and Quinn. Back through the middle. Chipped on by Rasmussen. Musa lets it roll back to his keeper, Alex Riggs. Great crowd tonight. They're ready to explode if St. Louis can solve Scott Goodwin. Chipped ahead up the right sideline. Nice little give and go. Here they come. Vandergriff got it ahead. Now curled through the middle. Hardware settles. Wants the left foot. Can he get it there? A shot. He scores! Hardware had to juggle it 5 times. Finally to get it to his left foot. He brought Goodwin off his line, and then he put it in the back of the net. Jameel Hardware Hardware on a great run set up by Kingsley Bryce.
Wonderful composure by Jameel Hardware, but it's made possible by a brilliant run coming in off that right flank by number 27, Kingsley Bryce, yet again contributing to the attack. He's been electric ever since he changed flanks with Peter Kelly. The push in behind that last defender, Tarek Murad, it's on the ground. Jameel Hardware receives, turns. You think he's going to shoot there. Goodwin gets his hand on it and then sits it in the opposite side netting. Wonderful work by Jameel Hardware. Comfortable, calm, composed in a tight area, in the penalty area. Goodwin gets his hands on it. He keeps the ball alive. It's going to come right at you here into the opposite side netting. Magnificent work on the camera, as well as by number 7, Jameel Hardware. That's a stunning equalizing goal.
Now another long run, and this time Ambersley couldn't run under it. What a great goal. The work, first in the back, through the middle third of the field, to Kingsley Bryce on his run, to the cross for Hardware. The patience to not just let it fly and have it saved, but to wait, draw the man out, set him up and score.
Your normal take on this is that when a ball comes across the penalty area on the ground, you simply redirect it and hit it first time. Jameel has the calmness and composure to keep it and dribble inside the 6 against the goalkeeper.
And had he just tried to redirect it, I think Goodwin was on it.
Goodwin, who's got his hands to this as it was, Bob.
Now there's a run by Bouchou, and he can't quite catch up to it. This team and this crowd is energized, now tied 1-1.
What a time to get an equalizer late in the quarter. There's Kingsley Bryce doing his damage out on the right flank. Beats that last defender, Tarek Morad. And here's the work by number 7, Jameel Hardware. Beats one defender, gets it in beyond the goalkeeper. And this is what's really sharp to the overall play. At the left part, at the tip of the post, he gets it into the opposite side netting.
Well, and that was a good, in something you think's going to take an instant. He goes 10 yards to draw the keeper out, gets it the toughest angle, but that's where he had to get to make the play.
He gets it over to the most ludicrous angle to shoot this ball, keeps it, he's calm, composed, very nicely done.
Now Fondy dangerous at the penalty arc, and he's pushed down,
James Musa did not mean to foul Fondy this late in the half, getting into the 45th minute. But again, Fondy makes that play possible by coming forward, bringing the ball down his chest. You know he's going to turn on it with his next touch.
Now, 3 yards outside the top of the penalty area, just to the right of the arc. You want a dangerous restart? You got it.
You got it right here, just outside the penalty area. Maybe to be struck by, you can see number 10, Magnus Rasmussen, number 94, Charlie Adams with the left foot. But this is going right at goal, no question whatsoever. This is a shot on goal. Alex Riggs has to be alert to this. They've got some tremendous finishers.
There's the left foot, tried to get it through the middle and thread the needle. Rebound. Blasted well wide to the left by Adam West.
Very surprised by that free kick by Louisville City. That has to be much better.
Unless they were looking for a diabolical deflection to Fondy, who was sneaking in around the left side of the wall, I don't know.
That ball has got to be sent over the wall, curled away from the goalkeeper.
And there is the first half of play. A remarkable half, Bill McDermott. Even when St. Louis was down for 40 minutes, it still was spirited action.
Very much so, and they did what they had to do to get back in the game. They kept sending the ball along. Hopefully people can chase it down. At this particular time, it was Kingsley Bryce out on the right flank who did the running. Jameel Hardware who did the finishing.
First half action brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers for the best selection and price on quality brand name tires and the best in expert auto service. For convenience and value, get into Dobbs. We're tied 1-1. It's halftime. Jim Hewer takes over the reins when we come back on the Big 550 KTRS.
Blue Chip Pest Control is proud to present Buggin' the Players.
Hey, my name's Nick Bibbs. I'm number 13. I play defender for St. Louis FC. We're gonna go and check out Courtesy Diner. It's one of the places that I go to a lot around here. We also have cheesesteaks. I'm from Philadelphia, so let's try out a cheesesteak. Yeah, I miss home a lot. It's been a long season. You get a bit homesick, but you know, I've done this before. It's nothing new.
What do you think of this city?
I like it, you know. It's pretty laid back. It's all good.
What about plans for after the season's over?
I'm still injured right now, so my plan is, you know, to get 100% healthy. That's my number one focus. Get straight back to work. I won't take much time off. Here at Courtesy Diner, they also have cheesesteaks. So here they just call it a steak sandwich. That's what they call it on the menu, steak sandwich. You'll probably get beat up at home if you call it a steak sandwich. Someone from Philadelphia will know someone's not from Philadelphia. You go up and you say, you know, can I have a cheesesteak? That's not how you order a cheesesteak. You gotta say, you know, I'll take whiz with or whiz without. You know, that lets them know if you want the cheese whiz or regular cheese.
And what would you like to order?
I'd like to have a steak sandwich.
And how would you like that cooked?
Well done.
What do you think of it? How's it look?
Doesn't look the same. I usually go for like the buffalo chicken. That'll be next on the list. I love toasted ravs, you know, toasted ravioli. Had my first toasted rav when I moved out to St. Louis. I think it was like, you know, within the first week, and I fell in love with it immediately. So I'm Nick Bibbs. Thanks for spending some time with me. Now you can stop bugging me.
Over the last few years, the USL has rebranded, has repositioned itself. It's become one of the most attractive and most dynamic professional soccer leagues in the world. It's our aspiration to be that, and we work hard every day to achieve that goal. One of the big things we like about Reno is I think we're on a parallel track. Storied history and tradition in Reno, but there is a commitment to be more. There's a commitment to look ahead, and there's a commitment to rebrand almost and reposition Reno for the future. And there's some fantastic things happening, and I think over the next couple of years, this landscape of the city will be very different. I commend the hard work and vision showed by Commissioner Burke Bigler, Mayor Sheevy, and Governor Sandoval to ensure that Reno and Northern Nevada have a really bright future ahead. And we thank them for their support to bring professional soccer to this region. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to award the 28th franchise of the United Soccer League for the 2017 season to Reno, Nevada.
First of all, we want to say how honored we are to be awarded a professional soccer franchise here in the USL, the fastest growing sport and the fastest growing league in America. This is really, truly exciting, and we appreciate the partnership that we've now formed with United Soccer League and growing soccer, not just in Reno, not just in Northern Nevada, but across the country.
I want to tell you how happy I am that this finally came together, and that Mr. Simon and Eric Edelstein were able to pull this together to bring soccer to Reno. I think it's going to be fabulous. It is wonderful that we have this stadium, and I'm glad that you guys all enjoyed it as much as I do. And welcome.
Welcome to the biggest little city, USL. Thank you so much. Just one question, does that fantastic accent come with the team? But I just want to remind everyone, just like I said in the State of the City address, Now more than ever, recreational tourism is vital. And so I really want to thank Mr. Herb Simon for bringing this incredible opportunity to our city. We're incredibly grateful. So thank you so much.
It makes me so proud to be with all of you and see this excitement that's here. I'm somebody who grew up here, went to school here, and raised my family here. And to have the opportunity to have a United Soccer League franchise, something that's going to belong to us, something that we can compete with Sacramento and all the other teams across the West and across the country. I think this really complements what we're doing, this new Nevada that we're all talking about. To see all the youth soccer players out here and see that they'll have an opportunity to aspire to this. The opportunities for family fun and get out there, it just on so many levels, this is great for us. Thank you very much.
As the inaugural St. Louis FC season comes to a close, we wanted to take a quick second and say thank you to our fans.
Thank you, St. Louis FC fans.
Thank you, FC fans, for your support.
From the ticket sales office, thank you, St. Louis FC fans.
I want to thank the fans for their continued support throughout the season. I know it hasn't been the easiest, but you guys are the best fans in the entire USL.
Thank you, St. Louis FC fans. Appreciate everything all season long. Good job.
Hey, fans, this is Parker Mark. Thank you for an amazing season. It's greatly appreciated. You guys' support was outstanding.
Thanks, fans, for a great season. You guys brought it every game, and the atmosphere here at Soccer Park is like none other, and it's all thanks to you.
Thank you, St. Louis FC fans.
Thank you, fans.
Thank you, St. Louis FC fans.
It's been so much fun. I think the crowds have been great.
Thank you, St. Louis FC fans.
I'd just like to thank all of our great fans for coming out and making this first year such a fantastic year. How could I say anything without recognizing our incredible St. Louis Louligans? They are absolutely the best fan base in, I think, any sport. Thank you guys for all you've done for the team and for creating this experience at the park. Has been absolutely fantastic.
Thanks, fans, for supporting us this season, and it was a pleasure playing in front of you guys. Cheers.
Thank you, fans, for a great inaugural season.
We want to thank all the fans for the great support throughout the 2015 inaugural season. Special shout out to my friends, the St. Louligans, for all the passion, the energy, the excitement, and the unwavering support you've brought to the club throughout this first season, and hope to see you at the park in 2016.
Just want to say thank you to the fans for all the support this season.
Thanks to the fans and everyone who've been supporting us since day one. I ask you to continue to support us in 2016 and the long future. Thanks again. Thank you, St. Louis FC fans.
Thank you, St. Louis FC fans.
Hey, St. Louis fans, thanks for coming and supporting the team. We'll see you next season.
Thank you, St. Louis FC fans, for a phenomenal first year. St. Louis soccer is back on the national soccer map.
Thank you, St. Louis FC fans, for a fantastic season. Can't wait to see you next year.
We'd like to thank our fans for their support throughout the whole season and for having our games sold out. So thank you very much.
I want to give a big thanks to all the fans out there for coming out to every game. We love you guys and look forward to seeing you guys in the future.
Hi, I'm Mike Roach. I just want to say thank you to the fans this year. You guys were great. Our home crowd support was awesome this year, and can't wait to see you next year.
Lastly but not least, I'd also like to thank our sponsors who have done just an absolute great job supporting the team. So thank you very much for all you've done. This has been a great year, and I'm looking forward to an even better one next year. Thank you.
And on behalf of all of us here at St. Louis FC, including those here at St. Louis FC TV, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for what was a memorable, fantastic inaugural season. We can't wait to see you guys back here and do it bigger and better next year. Thanks for watching.
Worldwide Technology Soccer Park. That's Bill McDermott. I'm Bob Ramsey. We're all tied up. St. Louis FC and Louisville City 1-1. As we said as we went to break, and the more we thought about it and looked at highlights, what a spirited, exciting first half of soccer here in St. Louis.
Well, from two expansion teams, and you see from Louisville City why they're going to get a bye, why they're second in the Eastern Conference. They are non-stop attacking. They're quick in transition. They want to get forward as quickly as they get the ball. We've said this so many times in the first half. When they lose it, they want to get back as quickly as possible, preferably close to the penalty area to get Rasmussen and Fondy involved again. Now, with that being said, the home side comes back and does exactly what they have to do. Somehow, some way, with grit and absolute determination, they're grinding balls out, getting them forward. Ambersley's running them down. Kingsley Bryce sets up a magnificent goal from Jameel Hardware. Bryce doing the running in behind that last defender, Tarek Morad, across the goal mouth. Now, Jameel Hardware takes it from there. Keeps the ball. Goodwin gets his hands to it, but somehow and in some way, Jameel Hardware gets it over into the opposite side netting. Wonderful running and a good idea of what that last defender sees from the speed of Kingsley Bryce. Gets beyond Morad, looks up, knocks it across the face of the goal, and there's Jameel Hardware. Receives, turns, gets it behind one defender. Scott Goodwin gets his hands to it, but Hardware will not let the play die, and then from an impossible angle, puts it into the opposite side netting. That's a really good equalizing goal for St. Louis FC.
You made a point talking about how critical it was for Kelly and Kingsley to switch. What's the difference there? Why did that work, and why did they recognize it?
Obviously, Dale Schilly saw that Kingsley Bryce could use his speed a bit more to get him behind the last defender as opposed to try to do it against Brian Burke, who is a real workhorse. Now, we mentioned in the first half, it's unusual. We haven't mentioned his name. Number 2, Brian Burke, who really gets forward for Louisville City FC. But maybe he'll do more of that in the second half. So this Eastern Conference race, at the top of it, Louisville has really played well, and you see why they are a playoff team. They make the absolute most of what they have, and they utilize the properties of Rasmussen and Fondy, but in particular Guzman and Quinn at those holding midfielders. They really cut a lot of plays out, get back into the offense right away from Louisville.
We talked about it at the beginning of the game, but just to emphasize, Louisville has already, they've already captured their place in postseason, so why not let off the gas? Well, because that if they get a victory, then if they get to the finals, they get to host the finals.
Yes.
So there's really a lot on the line for them to keep playing hard.
Very much so, and they do not want to conclude their season on a 3-game losing streak. They've lost 2 road games. They conclude with this, the third, and they don't want to lose another one.
So as we get ready to start this one, Dale Schilly doesn't say, Jameel, go do that again.
Well, he might be asking a bit much. You talked earlier, Bob, about some of the players, and Dale had mentioned this to me when I asked him the exact question. Some of the players who had really improved, and he told me that Jameel Hardware has really, as of late, bought into what it really takes, what type of work it requires at this level to be a solid, successful player. He is doing everything that's required of him to be actively involved in the offense.
We're just about ready to get this one going. And your thoughts, one half of play in his first start, Alex Riggs.
Alex Riggs, when called upon to do so, as a matter of fact, about 2 or 3 minutes into the first half, he had no less a player than number 9, Matt Fondy, who has 22 goals one-on-one. He came off his goal line, forced Fondy to shoot it a bit quicker than what he would have liked, makes a save with his left shoulder. It goes beyond him. So when his first touch of the ball is successful, that immediately gives him confidence, and in particular because it's against number 9, Fondy.
Really a truly remarkable save. So a big save that changed things, and a huge goal that changed things that were both not cookie cutter, to say the least. There's one driven into the penalty area of Louisville City. Goodwin scoops it up and rolls it out, and we'll see what Louisville City has in order as we begin the second half of play here at Worldwide Technology Soccer Park in suburban St. Louis, Fenton, Missouri.
How about the Pittsburgh Riverhounds ending up with 41 points. They defeat Harrisburg tonight in Harrisburg by a score of 2-1 in the Keystone Derby. Oh, wow. The Eastern Conference really bizarre all year long. A little late tackle there from Jamil Hardware against number 8 Juan Guzman.
Guzman went down hard. Jamil trying to offer some sportsmanship there.
Guzman again available. So good on the ball is number 8. Cuts it so quickly. Does Juan Guzman that on the late tackle. It's Jamil Hardware. Guzman seems to be okay.
Charlie Adams will have a great opportunity here, won't he? Wow. That's a way to open a half.
Just beyond the tip of the penalty area arc. Has a very proficient left foot, does number 94, Charlie Adams from Hendon, England.
Adams curls one. They all rush in and head it out of there. Nicely done.
Ryan Gall doing his job defensively, right in front of those back 4 defenders.
Giveaway for St. Louis. Kelly throws it in to Parker Marr. He got trapped and he went out. So a little stopping and starting to start the second half. Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers for the best selection and price in quality brand name tires and the best in expert auto service with convenience and value. Get into Dobbs. Little give and go. Fondy finds Adams. Little slide tackle. Took him down. Uh-oh. Musa
forced to commit the foul against number 94, Charlie Adams, who played the ball on the ground, looked for the return, did the running, did number 94, Adams. Good work to win this foul just inside the penalty area arc. Ryan Gall involved in a tackle. Here's Adams, takes it over. Musa tried to get to the ball first, but he couldn't quite do so. Fouls number 4, Adams. Always willing to get inside that penalty area is Adams.
Now you're right on it, directly in front, 19 yards out. Aiden Quinn with Adams. Alex Riggs in his first game getting some testers here against a dynamic offensive squad.
Is he ever, Bob? They had a really dangerous free kick scenario to conclude the first half.
Just about everybody in the wall. Adams quickly through, shot it. It was deflected, I believe, and wide.
That was a design play by Adams. He was waiting for everyone to jump, which the wall did. Consequently, he tried to play it on the ground, did number 94 Adams. You'll see the wall as it's being struck here. Some of the players jump, and it goes right underneath Peter Kelly and just wide. Nicely engineered by number 94, Charlie Adams.
Adams again out of the right corner this time. Curled in header, but high and wide. And Hardware boots it away to the far sideline.
Good play there by Guzman, just to flick it on at the near post, try to get it back into the penalty area to keep the play going for Louisville.
Off the left sideline. And out top with Guzman. Brian Burke has it on the right side. Burke with Adams, curls through, has a man. Fondy looked to drop it back for one of his attacking midfielders, but it was knocked away.
Good work by Bryce because, Bob, that ball was played on the ground to Rasmussen. He simply deadened it for somebody to run onto it.
Dangerous, curled on, just over the crossbar. Wow, what a shot attempt there by Brian Burke.
Brian Burke, we said we didn't see much of him in the first half. He has 1 goal and 10 assists so far this year.
So not unlike the opener of the first half, Louisville City carrying the action. St. Louis will look for an opportunity to try and turn the tables a little bit.
So the attendance, Bob, tonight, 5,662. One more than last weekend's 5,661.
A new record.
So who'd you leave that last ticket for? It worked.
It worked. We got one more. Oh, that's fantastic. Congratulations to St. Louis FC and to the great fans, great soccer fans of St. Louis who keep churning out these records and come here and have a great time. See you in a good one tonight. 1-1, Louisville City and St. Louis.
Bob, as you so accurately pointed out in the first half, every game's an event. Every game is an event. It's a tremendous home field environment.
Ball battled in the midfield. Sam Fink drove it forward.
Mike Ambersley almost chased that ball down. Non-stop, relentless work for number 15, Mike Ambersley. Here he is doing the chasing against those last defenders.
So St. Louis gets it now on the sideline. Throw in. They want Kingsley Bryce. Hemmed in the corner and lost it over the end line.
Hemmed into the corner because number 3, Adam West, evidently thinks the second half has turned into a martial arts match. That's 2 quick fouls at the opposite wing corner flag.
Another ancient reference that I'm sure the young man's heard his whole life.
Positively.
Adam West, pow, zam,
yeah, that's right.
Boom. Sorry. I apologize to you, Adam, because it's not original. Boy, that has to be miserable for him, doesn't it? Sent through, has a man, a shot, just wide. Oh, how did we miss it?
Kingsley Bryce with some excellent work to get free. The shot coming in off that right flank from number 27, Kingsley Bryce. The ball played in behind everyone into the path of Kingsley Bryce. Has a chance to shoot at the near post. Can't get it in beyond Scott Goodwin.
Quick foul called on Brian Gall. Oh, Bill. That was a golden opportunity. What a setup pass.
Magnificent opportunity.
One our score. Shanoski.
Shanoski up from center back this time on the dribble. Placed at that central defender spot alongside of Tarek Morad.
Ambersley had it taken away. Rasmussen sets it up. They're going to roll it back. Guzman looks to move it forward. Back up the right side for Burke. They get a little give and go and wanted Burke to run under it, but it goes out of play, and St. Louis will get it back.
It's obvious James O'Connor, the head coach for Louisville City FC, has told Brian Burke, get forward on that right flank. He's doing more of it.
Aiden Quinn took that one away in the midfield, and Quinn has it now moving across the center line. They want to send it right. They were looking for Burke to run on that time, but St. Louis breaks it up in the midfield. Up the left side for Hardware. Jamil has some space. Settles, looks, splits a double team. Lost the ball, got it back. Finds Kelly. Kelly, side of the penalty area. Back to the corner. Curled one in. He wanted Kingsley Bryce, but it's booted out of there. Now Hardware runs it down on the sideline. Tips it out for Kelly. Kelly draws a double team. Oh, he splits him beautifully. Couldn't get to the ball first. Holds the man down. They play on. He's shoved down from behind in the penalty area, but the whistle was late. They called him on the foul first. Probably a good call.
I think it was the accurate call. The first foul against number 24, Peter Kelly. Here he is doing the battling. And that is indeed the accurate call by the referee as Kelly tried to get forward, pushed over that last defender. And Peter Kelly did his absolute best against Juan Guzman to win the penalty with a little embellishment, and nonetheless the play had been made prior.
1-1 our score. Louisville City on the attack. They drop it back for Quinn. Gives it up left side, curled on. They want Fondy. Couldn't quite get his foot back to control it. But Louisville takes over in the midfield again. Guzman sends it right. Has Burke. Burke chips one, looks for Fondy to run on high in the air. Handled easily by Alex Riggs.
Dangerous when Burke can get involved in the offense and start sending balls away from the goalkeeper, preferably, because Fondy will be more than capable of running on the flighted balls from Burke.
Yeah, we see now what Burke likes to do. He just missed one over the top of the crossbar that same way. Brian Gall chested it down. Get it to Kingsley Bryce. St. Louis under some duress, sends it back to Fink. Fink has to blast it forward. It goes into the stands. Good pressure by Louisville there. Hey, Worldwide Technologies, proud supporter of St. Louis FC. They're recognized by Fortune magazine. It's one of the 100 best places to work. Worldwide Technology knows that the right culture and teamwork, great things happen. St. Louis, Parker Marr got up the sideline but couldn't get around the defender, and they'll bring it back in. Ryan Burke throws it in.
Good run from the deep line left back. Parker Marr trying to make something happen, get forward in the offense from a wide position.
(1-1) our score, 57th minute. Shanowski for Burke. Burke keeps it in nicely. Back to Shanowski. Sends it across. Guzman will try up the left side now.
Louisville's wide backs always willing to do the running and get forward on the attack like this.
McCady switches back to the right flank. Burke gives it up for Adams. Adams back out on top. Quinn swings it left. They drive one into the area for Fondy. Wanted the header just over the top of Fondy into the arms of Alex Riggs, the St. Louis keeper. That was a little more of a methodical push forward.
Keep it from the center circle, start it there, get it out wide on the left flank, wait for people to get forward, then just send it over, looking for Fondy. All this was a temp bomb, just to get a little redirection from number 9, Fondy. Good sure hands from Alex Riggs coming off his line very effectively.
Foul in the midfield as Kingsley Bryce got drilled, and St. Louis will get it back, dead ball. Restart.
And Gall alongside of Jacob Bush, who's been doing a very good job in front of those last 4 defenders, those 2 holding midfielders who have to do so much in this 4-2-3-1 formation. Cutting balls out, playing them early.
They sent it high and in deep. Well-sighted Goodwin. He lost his balance, got in some traffic, but hangs on to that one high in the air.
But still holds on, does the goalkeeper, Scott Goodwin. This is his 27th game, Bob. The other goalkeeper on this team has only played in 1 game, and that was their last match, the 12th of September against Charleston.
As you said, their lineup has been pretty consistent all year.
Pretty much so. They stick with this pretty much same first 11. They have some great players to bring on, in particular number 7, Kadeem Takers, excuse me.
Good ball movement through the middle. Nice play by Guzman to get it back. With Burke. Burke sends one for Fondy. Had to pick that out of the air and get it to a teammate, but instead, Jameel Hardware up the side. Oh, nice burst of speed. Around Burke, to the middle. Ambersley turns, chips, has a man. Oh, 1 man to beat, and the header in the lane, a foul. Ambersley was fouled. Again, they waited to see the development of the play.
Precisely, Bob. And another nice job by Mike Ambersley. Goes to find a play, receives, turns, tries to find Kingsley Bryce running in off that right flank yet again. But Jameel Hardware starts it all with his back to play. Nicely done by Ambersley. Tried to chip it over that last defender. He's fouled in the process. Wins the free kick.
He saw his man, and now Gall will get another opportunity. Hit a bomb on a restart, about 10 yards closer earlier. This is going to be a chip. Look to the right side, headed in the air, dangerous, but cleared out with a header by Rasmussen.
Yeah, design play by St. Louis FC. Get it into Musa, who's at the far post. He knocks it across the goal mouth, looking for another player to run on.
Again, now St. Louis will get a corner.
Jacob Bush, who was wide, did his job. If he can't get it over, win the corner.
And Brian Gall will do the honors. St. Louis sets up pretty much horizontal. Nope, now they're mixing it up a little bit, trying to keep moving. Going for the far post, headed in the air, punched out of there. Oh, what a play by Goodwin. Saved, nope, out.
Foul whistled up against the offense. Where it's going to happen 99% of the time, it's always going to be a foul on the offense.
Goodwin with a great play to punch that out. Now they've got a man running. It's Fondy. Fondy has 2 to beat. Goes to the end line. Slide tackle. Who hit it last? We'll stay here. Great run by Fondy against 2 St. Louis players. There's that play and the big punch out by Goodwin.
And the referee missed a penalty kick against Kingsley Bryce. Shirt was pulled. There's, as we talked about, Bob, there's 5 fouls each way, especially on every corner kick.
Low header, just wide.
Boy, that's a dangerous cross.
That was scary for St. Louis. Louisville City again, putting the pressure on. Here's Burke again. He loves him high in the air, chipped over the top and out of play. That is his move.
Very much so, to get forward on that right flank. Number 2, Brian Burke doing a good job. He traveled with MLS teams, Sporting KC, as well as San Jose. Went to the University of San Francisco, did number 2, Brian Burke. Played for Orlando City in the 2013-14 season.
G&W Meat, Bavarian-style sausage company, is proud to be the official brand of St. Louis FC. Celebrating 50 years as a family-owned St. Louis tradition. You can't beat G&W Meat, and Kadeem Dakers checks into the game.
We just talked about him a moment ago. He's really a good player. Played for Reading United. He was a Chicago Fire pick in the 2013 draft. 6 goals and 2 assists so far for number 7, Kadeem Dakers.
6 goals for a team like St. Louis. Having a 6-goal scorer would be huge. Back through the middle, trying to keep the heat on, get it up top. Dakers rolls it back through. They go to the right side. Want Burke again. Runs it down in the right corner. Burke to the corner. Going to chip one through. Along the end line, it's live. Whoa, what a play! How did Riggs haul that in?
Very nicely done by Alex Riggs, literally laddering over the back of Matt Fondy. But Brian Burke, again, doing his job, getting it over, partially deflected by Parker Marr. But watch this, Bob. Bounces inside the penalty area. It's still alive. Good work by the goalkeeper, Alex Riggs, to literally take that off the head of Matt Fondy.
Great rebounder. Marr to trigger. Loose. Nice play there by Rasmussen. Finds Fondy.
Fondy, so that first touch, Bob, get it on the ground, play somebody, and then I'm going to do the running, get it to me.
St. Louis defensively shaped up very well, so they had to clear it back out. Now it's Burke running under, and it has changed what they're trying to do. You called that, Bill. That goes out of play, and it's going to be a corner kick opportunity. And Marr and Burke slapped hands, but it wasn't like, hey, good to see you, buddy.
It wasn't in a gentlemanly fashion.
No, it was not.
But Burke, as you can clearly see, carrying the yarders to get forward on the right flank. Coming up from the right back position, he's doing just that.
Out of the corner will be Rasmussen. The left foot curled in the middle, headed away by St. Louis defender Gall, I believe, got back there. Now it's loose in front. Gall again steps up and clears. Right back in with a header. In the air. Rasmussen held up. Gall didn't want to foul there. Nice play by Parker Marr. Gets it forward for Ambersley. And Gall. Gall back to Mike. Oh, Mike couldn't change directions, but he gets the ball back anyway. He wins it from Dakers. Ambersley has to protect it. Gets it ahead to Jamil. Oh, Jamil tried to step over and make a move, but the defender was waiting on him.
Tried to do that step over, get in behind. Burke couldn't quite pull it off, but nonetheless another good piece of work by Mike Ambersley to keep this play alive and try to get the offense connected. Again through number 4, Aiden Quinn, or number 8, Juan Guzman. Anywhere in and around that center circle.
There's Guzman. Guzman direct on the ground, but too direct this time as they bring it out. Hardware. Jamil cuts back to the middle. Oh, one touch moving forward. Here he comes. Kingsley Bryce up the side, knocked away. St. Louis will get it. Good run.
Good running from Kingsley Bryce. Back on the left flank now this time, Bob. Peter Kelly and Kingsley flip-flopped flanks in the first half. It proved beneficial. Bryce set up the equalizing goal by Jameel Hardware. Jordan Roberts probably going to come on for number 15, Mike Ambersley, who has run himself into the ground.
His work.
Another 100% bona fide, solid effort from Mike Ambersley.
Well, that's what I was going to say, 100% for work rate.
He just works nonstop, keeps it alive. And Jordan Roberts, who had a wonderful week of training for St. Louis FC, he is known for his finishing. There's Mike Ambersley, who did his job tonight.
And they get it to Jordan Roberts. Fresh legs. Had to switch fields across, but couldn't get enough on it. Broken up.
Yeah, you're not going to get a ball across the width of the penalty area against Louisville.
Marr gets it back. Nice work by Fink. They go back to Sam. Sam moves it up. Gets it back again. Now James Musa. Musa and Fink have been very good again tonight.
Awfully solid as a center back duo for St. Louis FC, in particular in the air.
Broken up. Burke. Kingsley Bryce goes down. St. Louis gets it back. Nice brave plays. A lot of courage there as he gave up the body to get the play, but Louisville wins it back. Adam West. Out at the midfield, and they'll send it back. Pace in this half has been more choppy. Except for that one long, methodical movement by Louisville. A little choppier. Hardware goes down. He just slipped.
That's all it was, Bob. He simply tried to cut it with the outside of his right. Fell over his own feet.
Look for Fondy. Found Fondy. Here comes Fondy. They boot it forward. Goodwin knocked it down. Nobody followed. They could have gotten on that loose ball. I said Goodwin, excuse me. Of course, Alex Riggs, who in his first game has been really remarkable. When you add that on, first game.
Very much so. That's the key ingredient. As Sam Fink, James Musa doing the job defensively against Fondy. Alex Riggs had to dig that ball out.
Quinn's going to come out, and
Adam West is going to exit. Number 20, Enrique Montano, comes on.
Quinn just came over to get a drink of water while they're making the change, and we'll see if Montano's fresh legs makes a difference.
See if he can get forward out on the left flank from the left back position, as Brian Burke has been doing so, Bob, from the right back position.
Tied 1-1 in the 69th minute. Chinaski for Louisville City. A lot more patient in this half. Quinn chips it ahead. Asks Dakers to run on. It goes all the way into the corner, and then Dakers got it back. Good work. St. Louis up to it. Kingsley Bryce. Ball clears. As Roberts. Kingsley Bryce wants Hardware. Sends it deep. Too far. Headed back by Louisville.
It's a good attempt by Kingsley, Bob, but that's the kind of ball Jameel would like on the ground, and they can maneuver and try to take on that last defender.
Bouchou had Kelly on the right side, but Kelly slipped. St. Louis trying to take advantage of their fresher legs with a couple of subs.
Jordan Roberts, who entered just moments ago for Mike Ambersley.
Burke flights one in. Headed back out by Fink. Parker Marr blasts it off the head of the Louisville player, and Dakers took the brunt of that one, and St. Louis will get the ball back.
Parker Marr, who, as you mentioned, Bob, inserted into the first 11 tonight. This time at left back. Sometimes he is at left midfield, taking the place of Patrick Duty, who got the call from the Chicago Fire, along with his goalkeeping teammate for St. Louis FC, Alec Can.
Bakers wanted Bryce, bounced over him.
Yeah, it's good play by Louisville there. Good early ball on the ground from Burke immediately to his connector, number 8, Juan Guzman.
They want Fondy. They find him again. Wants to turn and shoot. High, wide, and handsome, and out of play.
But that is the...
Woo. Lightning, absolute lightning. They knew what they wanted to do. Everybody on the pitch knew what they wanted to do, and they still did it.
They know this is the kind of ball that's going to come into Fondy. On the ground, at his feet, receives, turns, gets a shot. It's off the mark this time, but nonetheless, that's where you want your number 9, right at the penalty area arc. He can receive and turn and shoot.
Both teams making more substitutions. Ciasolka, Brian Ciasolka is coming in for St. Louis, giving Peter Kelly a breather. Peter Kelly played well.
Yes, he did. Did his job on the flank tonight. Got up and down, contributed to the offense, helped out defensively as well.
Nathan Pollock's going to come in, and he's going to replace Matt Fondy. How about that?
Clearly a case of holding him out. He's played enough tonight. Number 16, Pollock, comes on for number 9, Matt Fondy, who does a wonderful job for Louisville City, and finishes his year with 22 goals and 6
Oh, look at this move. Kingsley Bryce still on the move. Oh, what a play. How he juggled past the defender, kept it in the air with that back heel, and almost made another remarkable play. Wow. There's a shot. Ciasolka. Oh, just over the crossbar. An absolute missile.
Ciasolka has done this more often than not when he enters the game, especially in home games. This time, he knocks the ball down, receives, and shoots it just over Scott Goodwin. Chest it down, doesn't take a touch, off the hop, just over the top of the crossbar from Ciasolka.
A foot lower. Would it go in? Would Goodwin have been able to got it? I don't know, but that was a marvelous attempt.
Good effort from Brian Ciasolka. They found the lone player who was unmarked. It was number 5, Ciasolka, who moves out on the flank now for Peter Kelly. And Dale Schilly is very well aware that that is not Ciasolka's best position, not his best position, but he adapts, plays well whenever he's on the field for St. Louis FC.
Yeah, another one of those guys that have stepped up throughout the year amidst all the injuries. Now at the penalty area, give and go. Here comes their man. Oh, and it went out of play, and St. Louis will get it back. That's set up dangerously.
Very dangerous inside the penalty area. We'd like to ask you, as we have done in prior matches, are you interested in a refreshingly different banking alternative here in the St. Louis market? Well, then welcome to the world of Triad Banking. Your business, your family, your bank. TriadBanking.com.
1-1 in the 74th minute here in St. Louis on a beautiful night.
Absolutely superb.
Even you could run all night on a night like tonight. Could have?
Could have. Oh, possible. Oh, positively could have. But considering some of the weather we had earlier in the year, Bob.
Oh, man.
When that rare typhoon hit Fenton, Missouri.
Well, for the fans who remember the spring here, and for the Louisville City fans who are with us,
I'm sure they
every weekend for about 6 weeks, it was torrential rain.
They probably had much the same.
There's a shot deflected in the air. Oh, a nifty attempt there. Great work by Brian Burke.
He's really gotten forward a lot more in this second half. He will shoot, as you just saw there. Flights balls in. Majority of the time keeps them away from the goalkeeper, but he's having a go from that distance well outside the penalty area.
Roberts.
He's got the right number on, be playing right back, that customary number 2 shirt.
They look for Ciasolka. Heads it down to Marr. Now Brian Gall rolls it through. Jordan Roberts, been active in his moments since he's come in. To the right side for Vandergrift. He wants Kingsley Bryce, curls it, weak side, Ciasolka heads it down, but it just went to the right and is cleared. Good idea.
Good idea from Kingsley Bryce to get it all the way over to the opposite post to Ciasolka. He tried to knot it back in the direction, play it where it came from. He tried to find Jordan Roberts. who, as you pointed out, Bob, has been active. He has to be active. Jordan Roberts up top. St. Louis FC does not have the wherewithal to have one player stand up there and wait for the ball to be played to him. He's got to go find the game.
Dakers sends it in for Burke.
And who's doing the tracking back? Number 5, Brian CSO.
Yep.
Here's the cross from Kingsley Bryce to the opposite post, totally to the opposite post, over the top of everyone. Ciasoka tried to knot it down, looking for Jordan Roberts, headed clear by. Number 2, Brian Burke, who's up and back for Louisville City FC.
Yeah, he accepted the challenge, didn't he? He has been involved. Alex Riggs, keeper. Roberts sends it on. Hardware beats his man, curls back, looks for a man, has Roberts for Kingsley, shot, they score! Kingsley Bryce, what great ball movement by St. Louis. What great ball movement in the penalty area by St. Louis FC to take the lead, 2-1.
Well, St. Louis FC picks their last home game appropriately enough to score one of their best goals. Wonderful finish by Kingsley Bryce. Calm, composed. It's begun again by Jameel Hardware, who's had a fabulous match. It falls inadvertently off the outside of the right foot of Brian Burke, and who is right there but number 27, Kingsley Bryce. Good work again by Kingsley Bryce. He comes in, calm, composed. Jameel Hardware made the play. He tried to find Jordan Roberts, got in behind Roberts. He couldn't get on the end of it. Deflects off Burke. Bryce does capitalize with just his second goal of the year.
Now Dakers brings it back. He's tripped up and outside the penalty arc by a yard. A foul and an opportunity for Louisville. Tell you what, no matter what happens in the next 13 minutes, Kingsley Bryce has gotten better and better and better and better as the season's gone on, and the arc or the graph continues to be elevated, and it goes up and up and up, and he's marvelous.
The main trait that Kingsley's going to use is his speed to get beyond people and to be able to move away from defenders, and that's why he was able to get on the end of that ball. He knew where the ball was coming, and he just made himself at home inside the penalty area.
Moreover, it's not like he's running a track meet, and that's not what you're saying. He knows what to do when he's there. There's the quick shot, curled on. Oh, what a save! What a save by Alex Riggs. They tried to pick the upper right corner, and Riggs parallel to the ground.
Magnificent save from Alex Riggs, coming right at number 30. A beautifully curled ball. Riggs makes the initial save. Did it go off the face of that post bomb? Hit the face of the post after it was touched by Riggs.
Wow. And there's another attempt, and Riggs is there again. What a night.
Alex Riggs, a local product. He played his intercollegiate soccer at Missouri State. He signed with the Columbus Crew in 2011. Here's Riggs at his best. Deflects, hits the face of the opposite post. Beautifully done by Alex Riggs. Good free kick from Louisville City FC.
What a night. St. Louis says, okay, let's get the season started.
Let's start off February 16th yet again.
As we go into the 80th minute, 2-1 St. Louis. Kingsley Bryce involved big time in both goals. He and Hardware have the goals tonight.
And Jameel Hardware, 2 successive games in magnificent form.
Yeah, Bryce and Hardware involved in both goals, and brilliantly so.
Very much so.
There's one through the middle. Oh, diving, he almost dove too soon, did Alex Riggs.
Boy, that's a difficult ball to get on the end of, furnished by Aiden Quinn, looking for Kadeem Akers. But nonetheless, here's the attempt. Good ball on the ground from Quinn. He thought he would cut the 2 center backs napping. Tried to find Kadeem Dakers. That's a nice ball on the ground from Quinn.
2-1 St. Louis. They send it in. Looking for Hardware again. He falls on that wrist. No, he hurt his foot as he went down.
It is back to play, followed by number 2, Brian Burke. That's the type of ball you want. To Jameel Hardware. Hard tackle from number 2, Brian Burke, against number 7, Jameel Hardware.
We're going to call out training staff. Nathan Burney. Folks, let me remind you about Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers for the best selection, price, and quality brand name tires, and the best in expert auto service. For convenience and value, get into Dobbs.
Yeah, let's ask you again, are you interested in a refreshingly different banking alternative here in the St. Louis market? Well, then welcome to the world of Triad Banking. Your business, your family, your bank. TriadBanking.com. As Jameel Hardware on that prior play tried to put it in behind the defense looking for Jordan Roberts. It falls to Kingsley Bryce off the foot of number 2, Brian Burke. He makes no mistake whatsoever, gets his second goal of the year, and puts St. Louis FC on top by a score of 2-1.
Hardware will have to come off, but he'll go right back in. He's been playing with that. It's soft and almost a cast in that wrist hand all year.
Heard that about mid-season, Bob. He's had it on the entire time. You're right.
Curled in deep, but Goodwin, well-sided, was able to make the play.
And immediately off to the races on the counters, Louisville.
Here comes Burke. Uh-oh, has a man. Oh, a step into, a step behind the play. What an idea by Burke.
Well, first of all, the forward from Louisville, he was offside by the width of a house.
Now they're on the attack again. You can see that they've tried to take it up a notch. See if St. Louis will let them. Hardware back on. Up the left side. He's got Roberts running with him. Through the middle. A bouncing ball through the middle. Well played by Goodwin. He'll roll it out, and here they come again.
Boy, in the 83rd minute, they're all off the leash now. Up and back, up and back. Jameel Hardware doing the running.
He went down again after he sent that one through. Now here comes Burke. He called his name consistently in this half.
Especially in the second half, Bob.
Roberts runs through, has Hardware. Kingsley Bryce trails this time. Now they send it forward. They've got Siasoka.
In too deep, a little bit too quickly, but another nice ball furnished by number 7, Jameel Hardware, in behind the defense. He's doing it all, Bob. He's putting people in deep, putting balls behind the defense, running at people, scoring goals, making everything happen from that, really that creative midfielder slot in that 4-2-3-1 formation, right behind that top front runner.
As you start to watch the pace, you start to wonder if Hardware and Bryce are going to fade here in the final 7 minutes. Don't know. Dakers on a run. Dakers side of the penalty area. Tried to split the D with a spin move, couldn't. Good play by Parker Marr.
Good work by Parker Marr to sense that, but nicely done from Kadeem Dakers.
Roberts gets it ahead for Hardware. Hardware looks to his right, nobody's there. He says, I'm on my own, I guess. Tripped up, curls back, got held from behind. Late whistle, but a good one.
Wins yet another foul, does number 7, Jameel Hardware, simply by frustrating the defenders. And he's, as you mentioned, Bob, just a second ago, how much more running can number 7, Jameel Hardware do? He's running like the game just started. This time he's fouled by number 8, Juan Guzman. He wins yet another free kick for St. Louis FC. Siasoka took the prior one. This time it's going to be Brian Gall.
Gall just to the left and 10 yards outside the penalty area. Curls it, wants a run on. Header by Musa, just went wide. Nice idea.
Musa looking for his 3rd of the year. Remember, he scored last weekend, Bob, in that 2-0 victory over Charlotte.
Goodwin rolls it out. We get into the 85th minute. Gave the ball away. Oh, wow, roll block. Takes down Kingsley Bryce and takes him down hard.
And that should be a card to number 8, Juan Guzman, if for nothing else than persistent fouling.
It was an absolute roll block. And there's the card, as anticipated.
That was not strictly for that tackle. That's for
a body of work.
That's been for an entire body of work, yes. Kingsley Bryce tried to bring it down with the sole of his shoe. Followed by number 8, Guzman. Good work by the referee, the man in charge tonight, Matt Kreitzer.
So Brian Gall, drive one again. He does. Far post, run on, header to knock it down, but waiting on the bounce was Goodwin. Boy, he was well positioned.
Very much so at that near post. He saw that, sniffed it out early. Up from the back with Sam Fink, just trying to knock it across the goal mouth, Bob.
Louisville brings it back. Cieselka breaks it up as Roberts. Tried to pass it around the defender to himself, knocked away St. Louis. A good attack.
Good tackle there by Connor Shanowski.
Yep.
That's ball flooded in, looking for Sam Fink. Guides it down, tries to knock it across the goal mouth. Excellent positioning by the goalkeeper, Scott Goodwin.
Parker Marr to throw it in. As Musa tried to head it back to his man. Riggs. Well, that was kind of scary, and Riggs had to quickly get it out of there. Now Cieselka, speaking of quickly, gets it to Roberts. Up the left side of the penalty area. Tries to create some space. Can't do it. Curls one up top. Oh, just behind Hardware. Jamil runs it down. Top of the box. Looks for Bryce. Gets some space. Tries to set up his right foot. Pushed out of the area. Along the end line, and they play on. Boy, that was some good defense.
Very nicely done by Louisville to collapse and dig that ball out and not foul in the process.
St. Louis with a great opportunity, and credit Louisville City's defense for playing their man.
They got back quickly. Louisville finishing up this 2015 season with 3 road games.
They handle the ball in the midfield. Back for Shanowski. Sends one in deep. Broken up by St. Louis and Parker Marr. He goes up the left side. He wanted Roberts, but that was too far. Shanowski will roll it back into the middle. They send one high and deep, far post. Well sided, but kind of an awkward angle that Alex Riggs is able to come out and make a play.
St. Louis lost to Louisville City March 28th by a score of 2-0, then tied them on successive games. Here at Worldwide Technology Soccer Park the 24th of May, 3-3. And then at Louisville City the following weekend, it was a tie 1-1.
Camille, Hardware, and Roberts. Roberts boots one off a defender, drilled it, goes out of play, and St. Louis will get a corner kick out of it.
Deflected off that last defender. Good work by Jordan Roberts. At the tip of the penalty area arc, trying to get a shot off. Does just that, deflects. He wins a corner for his teammates.
So Brian Gall will go over to the right corner to actually win the King's Cup. St. Louis, I believe, would have to win by 3 goals.
Yes,
so
sir.
that may not be likely,
Yes,
but
sir.
when you count wins, losses, and ties, it'd be even with a really good Louisville City team. Be a nice accomplishment for St. Louis.
Very much so, with a very difficult opponent to play against.
Over 2 minutes still to play.
They are second in the Eastern Conference for good cause, Bob. They're a wonderful team.
Trip to the far side, header, it's still in the air, knocked away. Running it down is Hardware. Has Musa in the left corner. Slide tackle avoided. Still has it, curls it back in, but nobody could run onto it and stay on side, so Goodwin was able to make a play. He wheels it out. They want to run on a counter attack. Up the left sideline, through the middle, broken up, and booted away, Vandergriff. But he boots it away into the crowd.
Yeah,
This record crowd.
Yeah, Dale Shilley told me prior to the game that they looked to break after winning the ball immediately, and you can see that.
2-1 St. Louis, 90th minute. Send one into the penalty area. Looking for an opening. Polak drops it back out for Dakers. They're going to come back to midfield and reset. Back to the left side. Broken up high in the air. Shanowski gets it again for Dakers. Dakers tried to set up his target man at the top of the arc. Broken up by St. Louis. Hardware again. Jamil sends it to the left side for Roberts. Roberts curls back, possessing. Sends it back forward. Cieselka heads it to the middle, but nobody was there. 4 minutes.
4 minutes at a minimum of stoppage time.
Sing in the right side, booted away by Parker Marr. He'll get a throw in the offensive third. Will Louisville City.
Kentaro Takada to enter the match for St. Louis FC. If he comes on for anybody, it should be Jameel Hardware so that he can get his just desserts from this home squad, and that's exactly what's happening.
What a job by Hardware. What a night.
Absolute magnificent form by number 7, Jameel Hardware.
Takada come on to finish this thing out. Get a big victory. If they could do it, 2 wins in a row to end the season at home, that would be big. A lot of work to do left in 4 minutes, though.
They're going to get bombarded here by Louisville. Everything's coming into the penalty area.
And a foul, and St. Louis will get the ball. That's a good break.
St. Louis looking to conclude the home year 4-6-4, Bob. Very respectable record on the road, 4-5-5.
One of the better road teams in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, you take Rochester out of any equation.
Well,
but
10-0-2 at home is Rochester. 5-1-8 away. That lone loss to Charleston, the team at St. Louis FC, excuse me, the Charlotte Independence, the team that St. Louis beat here last weekend. Mike Jeffrey's team.
St. Louis drives it through the midfield looking for Roberts. Beat his man. No, they're going to call him offside. He scored! No. Loose ball through there. Crowd got me going. Loose ball came bouncing through and in.
Jordan Roberts just a bit inside.
We're not going to play with 2, are we?
No, I don't think so. It's been entertained by some teams.
Roberts, though, just was inside that last defender.
Mm-hmm.
Now they bring it back. Dangerous through the area. Knocked away.
Call again. Den Musa. Both with headed clearances.
Takada the same way for Roberts. Open space. Roberts runs. Had Bouchou with him in the midfield. He's taken down and out of play, and St. Louis will get it. And a card. One of the Louisville City players took down Roberts and gets a yellow card, excuse me.
Jordan Roberts again doing his job. Getting the ball, winning it in the center circle, just dribbling. Dale Schilly looking on.
Well, he's got a couple of more minutes.
Perhaps to make a change late in this game, consulting with Ralph Richards. There's Brian Jones in the foreground, Tim Leonard as well. Very accomplished staff in his first year for St. Louis FC.
Sends one in deep, headed away up top. Oh, Siasolka was there, couldn't get a boot on it. Bounced high and away, and Dakers gets it. You know, St. Louis thinking all the brass, all the people that have put in all the time this year to end this season this way with 2 wins. If they can hold off on Louisville City here, hold them off, that a lot of the struggles that they went through, you feel like you were moving things the right direction.
And their theme, Bob, as Dale Schilly told me during the week, we've been very good about competing every day. In games, in training, we compete all the time, irrespective of the home record.
And now delay maybe on Mar?
Yeah. Time-wasting tactics. The 4th official had already said that there would be a minimum of 4 minutes stoppage time. Held up on the board by 4th official Bob Wallace. And again, we wish congratulations to George Gansner, the assistant referee in his final game as a professional, reffing professional soccer games here in the St. Louis area.
Here comes Louisville City again. At least one more time. Looking to get it on Rasmussen's boot. But it's cleared away to midfield, and that's it. They did it. St. Louis beats Louisville City here at home. 2 wins in a row to finish the season. The record crowd on their feet. Delighted with the way their club finished the season. And Bill, not only did you get 2 wins to close it out, in my view, with pace and style, the best 2 games of the year from an entertainment standpoint.
I think I totally agree with that, Bob. And in particular, some moments in this last game, furnished by Kingsley Price and Jameel Hardware, both of whom little they ran themselves into the ground. And before he left the game, Mike Ambersley, who made so much of this possible just by doing the running, digging out hopeless causes. And how about Alex Riggs, who comes into his very first game in USL this year. Now, he's been training all year long, training relentlessly hard. He comes in, has a magnificent saves, a certain equalizing goal from Louisville on the dead ball. So he acquitted himself superbly.
Well, the save in the first half, the breakaway save where he slides and comes all the way out, and then the scoop, as you see there, over the head of the forward
of Matt Fonte, the most dangerous forward in the league.
And the diving play, and there you see St. Louis, Kingsley Bryce, you see, and Riggs also had that diving play on the dead ball. I mean, he was, what a great night for him. So you know his season, it ends in a really, really positive, big-time note.
A huge addition for St. Louis FC as number 27, Kingsley Bryce, is able to come back to his more or less developed, accepted hometown. He played his intercollegiate soccer at St. Louis University, and this is a joyful pitch invasion. Wanting to talk to the players and just get a last-minute glimpse of some of the players.
Now, I got to tell you, if you, the folks at Worldwide Technology and all the folks with St. Louis FC, if they wonder if they're getting it done and getting it done the right way, all they have to look at is the scene now on the pitch, and it's got to tell them that yes, not only do we do it, we're doing it right, because St. Louis fans have embraced us.
They have totally embraced it. 5,662 tonight. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sellout. People coming out to watch this team. A lot of new fans, some fans who have developed watching their children play for the club team here. St. Louis Scott Gallagher, Lou Fuse, Panathinaikos, Ajax, so many different club teams, but they all come together as one to watch their professional soccer team in USL. And one of the real key attributes of the overall soccer community, Bob, is that they realize that this team, St. Louis FC in USL, is a big step in getting St. Louis back on the national soccer map, because they have been absent for so many years.
A quick post-game and post-mortem on the season for St. Louis and Jim Hewer and the gang tonight and moving forward. We'll talk a lot about that on the Big 550. But just now, as the brass and Dale Schilly, and now it's fun to think about what you've done and what you've accomplished, but they're already thinking about the next move forward.
Without any question whatsoever. I talked with Dale Schilly about that exact point just yesterday. He said we have to, for all intents and purposes, tell everybody what's going on. These players have to know what's going on. Some of them have literally put their lives on hold trying to make this soccer team, trying to become a better player, trying to advance their careers. So we're trying to get as many people together with a common bond to find out what's going to go on and what we're going to do for next year.
Well, based on the way we finished, the future is very, very bright in the USL and for the St. Louis Football Club here at Worldwide Technology Soccer Park. Well, and for those who wondered, and not very many people wondered, give St. Louis soccer fans a professional product, a legitimate product, a product that caters to them, as we've talked about all season long. Make it an event, make it a good product, fans will follow.
Fans will come out. Now, the team, the players, they thoroughly are disappointed with their home record. Right. They know that. There's no need to belabor that. They're professional athletes. They certainly know that. But if nothing else, they wanted to conclude the year on a positive note. No, that doesn't wash away a multitude of sins, but it gives you a good feel for what this team was capable of doing. And with 2 or 3 players who tonight really excelled, the goalkeeper playing in his first game, Jameel Hardware, Kingsley Bryce, Mike Ambersley. Well, I'm going to continue to go down the list. The holding midfielders, Jacob Brushu and Brian Gall, the 2 center backs, Sam Fink and James Musa. Just an overall team effort, and that's what Dale Shiley looks for continually, that everybody contributes. 10 people up, 10 people back. Let's take our chances, and against the team tonight that is very difficult and is going to contend when all is said and done at the end of the season for the championship of this league. A difficult team to play against. You saw that in particular in the first half, Bob, when they were really all over St. Louis FC. But St. Louis, true to form, stayed in the game with grit and determination and ends up getting 3 points at home in their last game of the year.
Some thanks as we get ready to wrap it up here. Tom Williamson and his TV crew. Great folks to work with. Truly, true professionals. We've got the best TV people in the business working with us.
Fabulous pictures all year long that give you a real feel for the nature of the sport. Game action, close-up action, replays are right on the money. Tight close-ups of in particular players that we're talking about. Tom and his crew, they know the television business, and that comes across in the final product as we watch Kingsley Bryce send one across the goal mouth to Jameel Hardware, beats 1, 2, 3 defenders. Scott Goodwin, the goalkeeper, got his hands on it, but Kingsley put it into the opposite side netting. Mike Ambersley began to play. Kingsley ran onto it, tucks it in behind Tarek Morad, looks up just briefly, sees Jameel Hardware, look at the composure, and then he beats the goalkeeper on a dribble, puts it back across the goal mouth into the opposite side netting. That's absurd, but nonetheless he pulls it off. Here's the winning goal by Kingsley Bryce. Comes off the foot inadvertently of Brian Burke, and there's Kingsley Bryce, his second of the year for St. Louis FC. But again, the play began by that man there, number 7, Jameel Hardware, who had an absolutely fabulous last 2 games of the year for St. Louis FC.
Bill McDermott, we also want to thank all of our friends in the Big 550, KTRS, John Hadley, who was so organized and put everything together, and Jim Hewer is the man. He's really a marvelous guy to work with, and you hear him in all the talk, and he's up here with us in the booth, and gets it all organized and gets everything together. Our trip to Kansas City, which was spectacular. It was a great event. Jim Hewer made it happen.
Not only do we want to thank Jim, and I'll get back to him in just a second, but Matt Bird and Zach Godat, who do such a wonderful job.
Yes.
Pre-game, halftime, we hear them sometimes, but post-game. But Jim gets us on and off the air. But more importantly than that, that's pedestrian compared to what it really does to add to the overall product. He keeps you up to date at halftime, lets you know what's going on around the league, and makes it a good presentation. There's a lot of soccer on KTRS on a regular basis. Jim Hewer is the engineer behind that.
Bill McDermott, I know nothing, and I learned it all from you. No, Bill, it's always great to work with you.
Likewise.
We've been working at different levels of soccer together for over 20 years. It is a blast. It always is, and I can't wait to do it some more. Thanks, buddy.
Let's do it some more. Thank you very much, Bob. It's always a treat to work with you.
That's Bill McDermott. I'm Bob Ramsey. Jim Hewer, and more soccer talk coming your way on the Big 550 KTRS.